Hey y'all, what's up? How you doing? How you mama doing? For those of you who are new, this may be your first time coming across my channel, which means you're probably not yet subscribed. Welcome, my name is Tyler with an O, and for those of you who are already my people, already subscribed, and are just returning for today's video, welcome all back. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna be going on vacation. For those of you who may be new, or if you just forgot, or if, I don't know, you can maybe skip that videos. Me and my best friend, we plan a vacation every year for the summer. We kind of made it our thing to try to visit a new country at least once a year. So every year we take a trip out of the country. And so this year we planned our trip, and it was very, very spontaneous in the way that we planned it, and I'll kind of explain that. But we are going this year to Turks and Caicos. We're gonna go to Turks and Caicos, and I'm actually going to be leaving next week, so I'm really excited about that. Am I prepared for said trip? Absolutely not. But am I going to prepare for the trip? Absolutely not. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. So I did vlog the Mexico trip, so you guys got to see, like, you know, everything that we did in Mexico and all of that. But I didn't vlog the trip in the previous year, and that was when we went to Costa Rica. That was like when I was just starting my channel. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's about to be 2 years since I started creating videos. That's so weird. But anyways, yeah, so Costa Rica, I would say, was like our most adventurous trip. Usually these trips are like very adventurous, and I feel like that's the best word to describe them. And I don't know why I was so bold to just up and rent a vehicle in a foreign country with not the same traffic no traffic regulations compared to, you know, what I was used to. Got an Airbnb in a foreign country. Drove all across, up and down the country. We drove from one side of the country to the other side of the whole country. Visited both coasts, the Caribbean coast, all that other stuff. And we planned like a bunch of trips and everything. We planned excursions to go to the rainforest. We planned to go to one beach one day, and then the other side of the country to go to the beach over there. And we were doing tours, and we wanted to see it all and do it all. And it was fun. It was fun. But it's just like one of those things where, like, I got to the point where I'm tired of, like, when we travel and go on vacation, it feels like I'm working. Like, literally having to keep an itinerary, and we gotta wake up early on this day so we can make our shuttle or our transportation, which we have to arrange, and finding it was just too much, and getting directions to go here and having to plan this. And so with all that being said, this upcoming trip, we were really like, okay, let's just relax. Like, let's just go on a vacation where we can just be carefree and chill and just, like, literally enjoy ourselves. Like, not have to worry about, you know, planning transportation and finding here and waking up early. Like, let's sleep in if we want to. Let's, you know, just relax. Just go on the beach. So with all that being said, we honestly haven't even done too much research, which, by the way, I'm using my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, which used to be my absolute favorite. And this is my first time using it in a while, because I've been using the Stay Woke Concealer from Uma Beauty. And these are a huge difference in consistency. So, like, the Uma Beauty is thick, like thick, and the NARS is so not in comparison. So this is like really weird, and in fact I'm about to even just kind of like double these up, cause I don't know, I got used to having a thick concealer and I kind of wanted that. Anyways, off topic. So this trip, we didn't even really do too much research. The price was right in terms of like the travel and everything and the hotel, and we just booked it, and we were like, you know what, we'll play it by ear. If one day we wake up and decide, hey, you know, let's rent a boat and go kayaking or something, then we'll just do that there. If we want to go scuba diving one day, we'll just do that there. So that's very much what this trip is gonna be. So for those of you, you know, if you're not up on the news and everything, there's been a lot of like deaths in terms of like I guess like alcohol poisoning or tampered alcohol products in the Dominican Republic and in Costa Rica as well. So like that's kind of been like our biggest kind of like because of course like when we go on the trips we like to have a little cocktail. We'll go to like a little restaurant or bar and we like to like, you know, try the traditional beverages of the area. It's not like we go on these trips to get wasted and all that other stuff, but that is part of the experience. We like to try the local food and we like to try the local drinks and everything. And so like my mom has been sending me stuff and she's like, you know, you're about to go out of the country. I recommend like you don't drink and all that other stuff, which is like a bummer. But in a lot of the articles and stuff I've been reading have been saying to, you know, if you're going to drink, just stick to beer. Basically, it's like methanol poisoning from what I've been hearing. Sorry, I'm just chatting because I'm letting my concealer dry a little bit. You know what? Totally forgot. But yeah, most of the alcohol that I guess it's been methanol poisoning that the people have been dying from, they, you know, try to, I don't want to say dilute it, but they use methanol. So they're like, let's say you got a whole bottle of alcohol for $20. Now you can put half of that bottle into another bottle. So now you got 2 halves and then just put methanol in the rest. And so you basically doubled your amount of alcohol for less because the methanol is cheap or whatever. But methanol is poisonous. I don't exactly know everything and maybe I should be, you know, more prepared and more educated on the topic and everything. But with all that being said, you know, there are some things that we are kind of hesitant about. But anyways, that's not what we're here. We're not here to talk about the bad stuff, okay? Like I said, we're just going to like really just relax and have a good time, just enjoy each other's company and just enjoy like the scenery. And it's funny because like I've done very minimal research in terms of like things to do in Turks and Caicos because we weren't really, again, looking to do much or to plan much. But it's funny, when I did Google like, you know, the things to do there, it was mainly just like beaches. Like it's like, oh, this is a nice beach and this is a beautiful beach. But it wasn't like, oh, like you gotta go to this party or this club or, you know, this show or this amusement park. Like, you know, there's not a lot of like activity there. This is really just, it seems like just a very beautiful scenic oasis for people to get away and relax. So that's very much what this trip is going to be about. And I am so excited. Hallelujah. But yeah, so everybody that I've been telling about the trip, the first question is, are you gonna vlog? Are you gonna vlog? Like everybody wants to like make sure that I'm vlogging this trip and that they're gonna, you see, and a lot of people, it's funny because a lot of people don't even know where Turks and Caicos is. I'm not even gonna lie, like I've heard the name, but I didn't even too much know where Turks and Caicos was when we were booking the trip. Oh my god, I just used the wrong brush for my powder, damn it. I really didn't want to use that brush because this is the brush that I use to like wipe off my powder. So I don't want a lot of powder on the brush because I need the brush to remove powder, not to apply more. Anywhere, everywhere. Na, 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 na. But I'm really excited. I honestly don't know anything about Turks and Caicos. So if you've been to Turks and Caicos or if you're from Turks and Caicos, or what are their citizens called? Like, are they Turks and Caiconian? Turks and Caicosian. I am Turks and Caican. Turks and Caican. Y'all, look how dark my lips are around the edge. Of course they look way darker because I have like foundation on now, so it's like a bigger contrast. They did not used to be that dark. I am excited though to be traveling somewhere that has more black people. And I'm just gonna, you know, keep it real with that. Obviously I went to Mexico and we went to Costa Rica, which I will say, because Costa Rica, if you're not familiar with it, is basically like a country. Let's say this is the country and this is like the coast. So on one coast you have the Hispanic side, and then on the other side of the country is the Caribbean side. So there's a Spanish coast and there's a Caribbean coast. Oh, and then we also went to Panama after Costa Rica. But yeah, so when we went to like the Caribbean side or whatever, the people the people look like me. So it was crazy because people thought like we were from there, and we would be walking around. And so that's kind of like one of the things, because I don't know where how all the countries, feel about Americans and everything like that. When you're traveling, a big thing you want to worry about is like theft, and especially when people know that you're from America, a lot of people like assume that you got money, and you become a target essentially. And so that was like one of the big things, is like, we wanted to keep a low profile and keep our speaking and everything to a minimum, which granted, me and my best friend knew enough Spanish to like, speak to people and get around and everything like that. But also, especially for Spanish speakers, and if you're a Spanish speaker, you can probably attest to this, it's easy to detect when somebody isn't a Spanish speaker, or even like with accents and everything. You can hear somebody's accent and know, like, I have a lot of friends who are from different parts of Mexico, and so some people will say like, oh, like, she speaks like she's from Mexico City, they speak like this, and it's like, more fast. Or from Costa Rica, they pronounce their J's and their Y's a little differently than you would if you were from, another place, and everything like that. So it's like, we just try to keep it to a minimum, because visually, we passed the test. People thought we were locals essentially. And then so we would go like to the markets and everything, and people are anxious to sell you stuff that they'll just like come up to you and start speaking to you. And so you don't want to be rude and just be like, like it was just like weird. So of course you want to say like, no thank you and all the other stuff, and then it's just like, but damn, is it a giveaway? Like, can they tell I'm not from here type shit, or can they tell I'm from America? One of the biggest like little like anxiety rushes that I had when I was in Costa Rica was because we had a car getting gas. So here in America, we're used to having self-service fuel stations or whatever. In Costa Rica, no, they were all like, somebody pumped your gas for you. So like, you would pull up and somebody's literally standing there at the pump, and you tell them like how much you need. Oh my god, not only that, but we're counting in foreign currency, so we're trying to like get our money together and everything, and trying to like do the conversions in our head to see like how much it's gonna be and everything. And then nothing's in English. So oh my god, I should do like a whole like a video on like, how to act, or what to expect when you're traveling to a foreign country or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so it was just so intimidating, like, being approached by somebody, and again, trying to keep a low profile, and trying to like, not stand out and communicate, and not be rude and not offend and all that other stuff when you don't really speak the language and everything. But we encountered a lot of nice people in Costa Rica, but like trying to communicate with them, like we had to like literally look up on our phones like how to say certain stuff, some words we didn't know, especially when it came to like getting gas. Like, who just knows the verbiage for like pumping gas and half a tank or full tank and this much unleaded, like, like all of that, like who just knows that commonly if you're not a Spanish speaker? So yeah, all of that was interesting to say the least. Oh my god, and we went there and there was like a checkpoint, and they had like the military out there with their big old guns, and like we had pulled up, we had just came from the beach, and everything was like, in the trunk. And so like we pulled up, and they were like speaking to me, like telling me what to do, but I didn't know what they was talking about. And so like I was like telling them like, I'm sorry, my Spanish is really bad, like does anybody speak English, whatever. And so he had told me to like get out the car. Oh my god, I should definitely do a story time on this, because that jank was scary. Oh my god. Y'all, I really hope you can't hear these planes the way I can hear these planes, because they are really carrying right now. And for those who aren't familiar with the lingo, when I say carrying, I don't mean like these are cargo planes and they're carrying packages and weapons. Like, I'm not talking about that. Carrying means like, oh girl, she's carrying, like carrying on, like, oh, they're just carrying on, like running amok. They are acting up, they are carrying, girl. She is carrying, she's doing the most. Alright y'all, well, the bass is down. I'm going to go ahead and continue the look for the next video, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Comment down below on anything that we talked about here in this video. If you've been to Turks and Caicos, then girl, let me know. Let me know, what are the tips? What is the gig? Where should I go? What should I look out for, okay? okay? But yeah, comment down below on things that you would like to see here on this channel for the next chit chat. Get ready with me. We could talk about it, girl. Obviously, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Even if you didn't enjoy it, then still give it a thumbs up, sweetie. And I will catch you all on my next video. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yes. Hold on. Yes. Oh, she's on. Oh, this look is about to